Hello. I got some new books, so might as well show them. Now, the first book, I've been wanting to read this since November, along with some other books in mind. But, anyways, the first book that I got today was Crypt of the Moon Spider. I've been wanting to read this book since November, and it's a very short book. I think it's only like 90 pages long, but it's really cool. It's about this girl with depression. She goes to the moon to have a spider look at her brain and see if they can fix it. So yeah, that's gonna be a good book. The second book I got is Josh Malerman's Pearl. It's not the movie you're thinking about. No, it's about this pig that's telepathic named Pearl, and she like brainwashes people to do like crazy shit around like the village or town, wherever the fuck she's living at. But yeah, this was a really interesting plot that I wanted to read. So yeah, it's also from the creator of Bird Box, so that's cool. That's a plus. The next books I had right here. I'm so glad my teacher got me this. Is Clive Barker's Books of Blood, Volume 1 and 3, and Volume 4 and 6. Holy fuck! Okay, so my one of my favorite books is The Hellbound Heart by Clive Barker. And the sequel to The Hellbound Heart is The Scarlet Gospels. But in order for me to fully understand the Scarlet Gospels, I need to read the Books of Blood. Because there are characters in the Scarlet Gospels, the Scarlet Gospel, whatever the fuck you call it, that are in here. Anyways, though, so now that I got these books, I got to read these books before I read the Scarlet Gospels. Anyways, though, enough about that. My next book that I got is Coraline by Neil Gaiman. And I always been wanting to read this book since like what I was a kid, since 2009, and now the fact that I got it, I'm happy. And I don't know why, but I guess I got two copies, so I don't know why. I only ordered one copy, but I got two copies, so that's good. Might give one to my friend. I don't fucking know. But anyways, though, the next book is wait, not that one. Negative Space by B.R. Yeager. Now, this book, I got it recommended to me on Instagram, on Book Talk, whatever the fuck you call it. But yeah, it's about the summary of it. It's about these group of teens that live in a town, and this town has been having an increase in suicides. So in order for these kids to deal with the impact of the suicide. So basically, this whole town's killing themselves, and these teens are fascinated by the suicides in the town, and they're also kind of scared by it. So in order for them to distract themselves from what's happening in their town, they decide to take these mind altering drugs that expands their mind and into crazy shit. So yeah. And then this book, it's okay. This is my second Aaron Beauregard book, and I read it a little bit. I read about 5 pages, and it's good so far. This is Yellow. They took his wife, they took his business, but they didn't realize they also took his fear. This book is great. Okay, you guys watch Death Wish, Charles Bronson Death Wish? Yeah, that's basically what it is. This is my second Aaron Beauregard book, and not gonna lie, I'm liking this a little bit more than. Well, I only read about 5 pages of this. I read about like 160 pages of Playground already, but this is good, and it's the characters are a little cheesy. It does at times. Well, I only read 5 pages, so what the fuck do I know? But from reading the first page, it kind of feels like a cheesy 1980s action movie. But yeah. And then I can't believe he got me this one, but this is from my favorite writer, Matthew Sticco, High Life. Holy shit, and look how big this book is. Holy crap. Yes, I can't believe I got High Life. I got fucking High Life. So basically, the whole story is about this guy that wants to make it into Hollywood. He wants to be rich and famous, and he doesn't give a fuck how he achieves it. So then he goes into this like he goes into the underbelly of Hollywood where he sees snuff shows, he sees like prostitution, drugs, and all this crazy shit. It's really good. The guy Matthew Sticco, he also wrote my favorite book called Cows, and that was really good. So I know it's going to be really beautiful. And not only that, but I also got The Empty Mile by Matthew Sticco again. So not only did I get Highlight, but I also got Empty Mile. So now I have almost all of Sticco's work. I am just missing Colony of Horrors, which I couldn't order it because the name was kind of crazy. Anyways, though, but Empty Mile is about this guy that comes back to California after 8 years of being missing, or basically this guy, what the fuck's his name? Yeah, Johnny. He left California. He comes back to California after being gone for 8 years to inherit this mysterious cabin that his dad left him. And not only that, but he got like these people after him. So not only does he have to figure out what happened to his dad, but he also has like this whole hate campaign chasing after him because he accidentally fucked this bitch and she killed herself, and now like the simps are like her simps are like after him. So yeah. Anyways, though, and this is Matthew Sticco's biggest book. I think it's 400 pages, so that's gonna be interesting. And yeah, and then the final book I got, I didn't order this, but my teacher was like, "Oh, you should really read it because it's really good." And I liked it, and it's The Alchemist. I didn't really give a shit about reading this book, but my teacher was like, "You know what? I'm gonna give you a free copy because it's really nice." Anyways, though, that's all the books I have. Yeah.